What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Late Night Channel Eps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 66. And today was a very productive day with some really incredible meetings. If you have not seen my Instagram stories, I would recommend that you check it out because I'm a big fan and very passionate about aviation and space. Anything that has to do with flight, above the skies, into space, it's a phenomenal thing. It's a magical thing. Like, think about it. We human beings we evolved on this planet. Okay? Throughout the test of time, and the sun gave us or Earth the energy, and if it wasn't for the sun and all the infinite variables that came with it, we would not exist. I go back to my previous episode. The fact that we are living and breathing, watching YouTube here and now, statistically is infinitely impossible. You have no idea, or we have no idea. We as human species take it for granted the amount of randomness that is required, or just the whole the randomness of molecules, of atoms, of like the merging of becoming more sophisticated particles, and all these like particles, but sort of like the atoms are becoming more sophisticated, more they combine, they break apart, decay, all these things. And then water forms, vapor forms, mutation happens. Volcanoes, they erupt, and then all these things, right? The wind, the hurricanes, the gases in the universe coming together to create solids, all these things. Okay, even the position of the planets, the sun being the way it is, just the right temperature. We living in the Goldilocks zone, right? Like, all of that plays a role in shaping where we are here today. Like, that's just crazy. So that's why I'm just so fascinated by space, aviation and space. Okay, we kind of went on a tangent there, but what's very interesting about today was, like, I had a meeting. I have an assistant, and she is learning a lot, and I'm really proud of her. I think she's fantastic, and she raised a really good question. I haven't really thought about it until she posed a question. She goes, "EEPMON, like, where do you find time to even do art?" Because she has observed that generally that there are those who their whole like mission or their whole career are geared towards securing opportunities, like marketing, building the business relationships, networking, relationships, business development, securing projects, right? That's why you have marketing arms. You have the marketing team, you have the sales team, you have all these things. And she's like, but you are able to do it all on your own. Like, how is that even possible? How is that even feasible? Where do you have time to do art? And I thought about it, and now I told her, I would say, truth be told, that 75% of what I do has a lot to do with business development, networking, getting your work out there, promotion, social media promotion, that kind of thing, right? 25% would be involved, like doing the art, or doing, executing to create whatever the project needs to be. But of course, even though it's like that now. But when I first started, I would probably say, because when you start, like my skill level in my creativity and using the tools is probably not as advanced as where I am now. So the needle changes. Perhaps I spent 50% doing more art to get my portfolio to beef up my work, and then 50% back, like at the very beginning, was to really like was time taken to really go out there and promote, right? Um, but it could be either. So it's a moving needle. But I would say that today it's 75-25. And the reason why is because, it's not like, I told her that my arts is not just creating works of art. I see art, my artistic practice is the holistic and endeavor of all of everything. It encompasses the art, to me, marketing, promotion, business development, building relationships, going out into the world to meet people, just like all that is an art. That's part of the art for me. That's like, yeah, it's like artwork is the work of art, right? And then to actually create the artwork, the artwork, that's part of the piece of the pie. Um, and I told her, like, look, not I get it, like not everyone, uh, not every artist or creator would want to be in that situation. Um, it takes a type of personality. It takes a type of attitude to do what I do. And in the same token, I don't think that I would be able to just solely focus on creating art 100%. That's not who I am. That's not the way I do things. My strength, as I have discovered through my 15 plus years working as EEPMON, is everything that I just described. I just love that 360 activation. Even this is what they call a creative entrepreneur. Even though I've been doing it before even that term became a buzzword or something like that. And these are things they were not taught in school. These skill sets were not taught in the class, right? Traditional institutions and education were taught, we were like taught to focus. It was very general at the beginning, but then later, as you specialize in a field, you would then get a bachelor's and then you get a master's. Very, very traditional. And then supposedly, once you get your certification, your paper, to say that EEPMON has accomplished a bachelor's with honors or master's with honors, etc., with a GP, was like what do you call it, GPAs now, or is it scores of blah 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 and above? Like that was supposedly been the ticket for you to guarantee yourself a job opportunity. I have to say, and I'll be honest with you, that this trajectory of how people secure jobs using the traditional academic path, like I just described, is at risk. I don't think that it is the be all and end all of how to secure opportunities. So what I did, enjoying all these, I actually, and I still do enjoy just getting my work out there, but also meeting people, building business development, I had to do it all on my own. I was never taught that in school. Are you kidding me? No way. There was no class about creative entrepreneurship, thinking 360. Perhaps I should develop a program about that. But even if I did develop a program about that, it would only be based on my lens, my point of view. Okay. It's like I said, it's like a needle. It's like a moving target. like what I do may work for me because it aligns with my type of personality, my thinking, my attitude, my philosophy in life, you know, like the current state of where I am in life in presently, you know, like there's so many factors. So even if I were to develop a course, it would be really be like, okay, I am the guinea pig, I'm the specimen, and we will develop a program or course about creative entrepreneurship based on this specimen. And not everyone, like I said, may have the same um, discipline, skill set, attitude, because everyone is different. Everyone is different. So yeah, I mean I have to think a bit. I have to think a bit about that. Um, because like I said, I can't. If I were to focus like even 90% of doing art and 10% marketing, I can't do that. I have to. Like I said, I'm fidgety. I'm fidgety. Like I told you, I can't. If I stay in one place for too long, it's like I gotta get out. I gotta GTFO, man. You know what I'm saying? I just can't stay stagnant. That's who I am. Some people like more stability. I totally get it. That'll just drive me insane, but that's who I am, you know. So I told her that. So like a long-winded roundabout explaining it, but I told her, yeah, it looks like that. It's true. I do 75 marketing, 25 execution. It just so happens that 25% of my execution, I'm damn good at it, really good. You know, I'm not going to, I'm not gonna humble brag about that. Or so like I'm pretty damn good at my abilities. So knowing that is maybe perhaps now I think about it, if that's the case, then perhaps the reason why I spend more of my percentage in marketing and business development is because perhaps I need to work on that more. I need to develop that skill set more. So I need more exposure in that arena. So therefore, currently I pivot to 75% to business development, and also that more chances of me to travel and go out into the world, and that's part of the process and part of the part of the process. Um, but that it was very insightful for me because I know I didn't really think much about it. I didn't really think too much about it. Um, but I do guess that generally speaking, there are careers specifically focused in getting grants. There are careers specifically in, you are a salesman, saleswoman, marketing person, illustrator, artistic director, creative director. There's all these categories that society and industry has defined. But I'm like, I like it all. I like all the above. You know, like, can we not make that a is there a category for that? I think the only category I think of is a creative entrepreneur. Um, so yeah, that is the way I see it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the only one. Like I know many of my peers are also entrepreneurs themselves, and we wear many roles, many caps. Got the EEPMON cap. Next time I'm like, I gotta like be the marketing cap. I gotta be the speaker keynote cap, and like, then I have to like make sure that I got my Japan cap. Make sure I'm in like Japan mode. All so I like I do like that. It's like one person once told me that I'm like a hurricane. In Japanese, it's called tatsumaki. I'm like, the Tatsumaki's coming. You're a hurricane. You better watch out. Like, this guy's gonna cause a lot of ruckus, in a good way. But I was told that I was like a typhoon or hurricane. That was hilarious. That was back. That was way back when I was in Japan. That was 2008. Anyway, I'm digressing a lot. But I went to the Canada Science and Aviation Oh my goodness, I'm butchering this. The Canada Aviation and Space Museum. My goodness. Sorry, folks. And I got this awesome sticker at the store. It's the Canadian Space Agency sticker. But you know what? I have to see my sticker wall there. In here, it's completely full, and this sticker is too big. So I am gonna put this on my luggage. I'm gonna rep it. People have these NASA stickers. We gotta represent the Canadian Space Agency, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah. Oh, I totally butchered that. Canada Aviation Space Museum, right? There's a lot of there's in Ottawa there are so many national institutions. Clearly, because Ottawa is the nation's capital. So you got Ingenium Canada. Ingenium Canada basically has the Canada Science and Technology Museum. We got the Canada Aviation Space Museum, and we got the Canada Food and Agriculture Museum. And then, of course, we got the Canadian Museum of History, which is on the Gatineau side, right next door to Ottawa. And then we got the Museum of Nature here. We got the National Gallery of Canada backyard. And we got, who else we got? We got the National Art Center. We got a lot of nationals, lots of nationals. I'm sure I'm missing a whole other handful of them too. But yeah, it's really cool. Have you guys been to Ingenium Canada? Have you ever walked by? If you ever have a chance to go visit the Canada Science and Technology Museum, that's another wonking spaceship museum. It looks so cool. If you ever go there, you'll see a even bigger building that makes the Science and Tech Museum tiny. The Ingenium Canada building, it is a massive, massive mothership. It is crazy. I have to catch up with my folks my friends at the Ingenium Canada. I gotta do that. It's time to catch up with everyone. But yeah, no, today was great. Meetings were fantastic, and again, it's part of the process, folks. Keep in touch. Part of being a creative entrepreneur and expanding your opportunities, diversifying your creative outlet. Again, 75-25, folks. 75% is to be out there, be present. Not all the time are you gonna be behind a screen. You gotta, now is more than ever important to put a physical presence to show your sincerity, and also, as human beings, we're naturally connected that way. Much, much more, infinitely more meaningful and impactful than behind a screen. And I enjoy that. I love that. That people to people, so important, folks. So much. It's like in this day and age, we need more of that. So anyway, I'm yapping. I'm gonna keep on going and I won't shut up. So I'm gonna stop here. But this is the Late Night Channel, Eps066. I hope you have a great evening, great afternoon, and a great morning wherever you are in the world. Until next time, folks, please like and subscribe. I know you're watching these things. I always forget to talk about the beginning. You gotta like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate that. Be very helpful, and it helps the algorithm for more people to know what's going on. Bye. Are we still rolling? We're still rolling. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. I got my hard drive. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Talk later. Bye.